My name is Eleanor Whitaker, and I was 68 years old the day we buried my husband Raymond. The cemetery in Willow Bend was draped in gray fog that October morning, the kind that clings to your skin and makes every breath feel heavy. I stood by the open grave, clutching the single white rose Raymond had always given me on our anniversaries, watching as the casket, simple oak, nothing fancy, lowered into the earth. The pastor's words about eternal rest sounded distant, like echoes from another life. Raymond and I had met at 22 in this very town. He was the quiet baker with flour-dusted hands and a smile that could melt the hardest heart. I was the girl from the farm who came in every morning for fresh bread. Our life wasn't glamorous, a small bakery on Main Street, long hours, leaky roof in the rain, but it was ours. We built it together, brick by brick, loaf by loaf. Our 2 children, Laura and Michael, grew up in the back room, playing with dough scraps while we worked. Raymond taught them to knead bread, to be patient, to find joy in simple things. I taught them kindness, the value of family over fortune. But money changes people. Laura went off to college, married a wealthy lawyer named Victor, and suddenly our little bakery was quaint instead of wonderful. Michael chased stock tips, real estate flips, always one big deal away from being set. Visits became rare. Phone calls shortened. When they did come, it was with expensive gifts we didn't need, fancy watches, designer scarves, and pitying looks at our modest home above the shop. Raymond never complained. "They're finding their way," he'd say, squeezing my hand on the porch swing as the sun set. But I saw the hurt in his eyes when Laura canceled Thanksgiving because the Hamptons house needs attention. When Michael asked why we didn't sell the bakery for something better, Raymond just smiled sadly and said, "This place is our story, Ellie. You can't sell a story." 6 months before he died, things shifted. Raymond started acting strange, tired, forgetful, dizzy spells. The doctor said stress, age, nothing serious. But Raymond insisted on updating his life insurance policy to $400,000. "Just in case, Ellie. For you." Laura and Michael had pushed it, "Dad, you need to protect Mom." He signed it quietly, but I noticed his hand trembled. Then came the morning he collapsed in the kitchen. I found him on the floor, clutching his chest, eyes wide with confusion. "Ellie, the coffee tastes wrong." Paramedics rushed him. Hospital said heart failure, sudden, massive. No warning. They cremated him fast. Laura and Michael handled everything. "Dad hated fuss," Laura said. "Let's keep it simple." At the graveside, as the first dirt hit the wood, my phone vibrated in my coat pocket. An unknown number. "He's not dead. The coffin is empty. Don't trust Laura and Michael. They're watching." My heart stopped. I stared at the screen, hands shaking so badly the rose fell. Who would send such a cruel message? Grief playing tricks? But the words burned, "The coffin is empty." I looked at my children. Laura dabbed dry eyes with a silk handkerchief. Michael checked his watch. No tears. No real sorrow. Just efficiency. That night, alone in our apartment above the now-closed bakery, the phone buzzed again. "Check the bakery safe. Look in the coffee tin." He left proof. I hadn't touched the safe since Raymond died. With trembling fingers, I opened it. Inside, tucked behind old receipts, was a small metal tin, the one he used for his special blend. And inside that, a folded note in his familiar handwriting. "Ellie, if you're reading this, something's happened to me. Laura and Michael keep pushing vitamins for my heart. The coffee tastes metallic lately. I feel weaker every day. If I die, it wasn't natural. Contact Tom Riley, he's the old delivery driver. I hired him quietly because I was scared. Love you forever. Raymond." Tears blurred the ink. My husband had suspected. He'd feared his own children. And now they were gone, but the questions remained. Another text, "Tomorrow, meet Tom at the old diner on Route 9, 2 p.m. Bring the note. He's got recordings." I didn't sleep. The house felt haunted, not by ghosts, but by betrayal. How could my babies, the ones I'd rocked through fevers, become monsters? Greed? Debts? I had to know. The diner smelled of burnt coffee and nostalgia. Tom Riley waited in the back booth, gray hair, kind eyes, hands scarred from years of loading trucks. He was 72, retired, but sharp. "Mrs. Whitaker," he said softly, sliding a folder across. "Raymond came to me 3 months ago. Said his kids were acting strange, always asking about money, insurance, the bakery deed. He was dizzy, sick. Thought someone was tampering with his food." Tom played the first recording on a small device. Raymond's voice, weak but clear. "Tom, Laura brought supplements again. Michael says it's for my blood pressure, but after I drink the coffee she makes, everything spins. If anything happens, protect Ellie. Don't let them near her." My stomach twisted. Then Tom's own recordings, hidden mics in the bakery kitchen. Laura's voice, "Dad's policy is $400,000 now. Once it's paid, we sell this dump, split it. Mom can go to Willow Grove retirement. She won't last long alone. Michael, mix more antifreeze in his mug tomorrow. Tasteless, mimics heart issues. Doctors won't question an old man. Antifreeze. Poison. Slow, cruel." Tom showed photos, Michael buying gallons at a hardware store 2 towns over, paying cash. Receipts dated days before Raymond's collapse. "Why didn't you stop it?" I whispered. Raymond wanted proof first. He loved them still. Hoped it was paranoia. But he made me promise, if he died, expose them. "For you." I cried then, silent sobs. My Raymond, protecting me even as they killed him. "Tom, we go to police tomorrow, but be careful, they're planning to declare you unfit, take the house." That night, more texts, "They're coming over tomorrow with papers. Don't sign anything. Don't eat or drink what they offer." Laura and Michael arrived at noon, smiles too bright. "Mom, we miss Dad. Let's talk future." They brought pastries, coffee. "Your favorite blend." I remembered Tom's warning. "I already ate," I lied. They pushed, "Sign this power of attorney. For your safety." The papers gave them control of everything. I refused. Michael's eyes darkened. "You're not thinking straight, grief." After they left, another message, "Check Raymond's medical file." Hospital hid the talk screen. I went to the hospital records office. A sympathetic nurse slipped me a copy, high levels of ethylene glycol, antifreeze, in his blood. Cause of death, poisoning, not heart failure. But the official report said natural causes. Laura had requested privacy. Rage replaced grief. They covered it up. I couldn't wait. I drove to Laura's mansion that evening. She opened the door in silk, surprised. "Mom? What's wrong?" I held up the tox report. "Your father was poisoned. With antifreeze. You did it." Her face paled, then hardened. "You're delusional. Grief hallucinations. Dad had heart problems." Michael arrived minutes later, called by her. "Mom, calm down. We loved Dad. Loved him enough to kill for $400,000? They denied, gaslit. You need help. We'll get you committed if necessary." I left shaking but determined. Tom's next text, "Police tomorrow. Bring everything." At the station, Sergeant Hayes, no relation, listened. Recordings, photos, note, talks report. "This is solid. We'll investigate." They exhumed ashes, cremation partial traces remained. Confirmed ethylene glycol. Arrest warrants issued. Laura and Michael were taken in cuffs from their homes. Laura screamed innocence, Michael blamed debts, "We were desperate." Courtroom was packed. Reporters, neighbors, old bakery customers. I sat front row, clutching Raymond's old apron. Prosecutor played recordings. Gasps when Laura's voice said, "Put more in his coffee, he's getting suspicious." Michael's debts, $250,000 gambling. Laura's, $150,000 luxury spending. My testimony, I raised them with love. They chose money over family. Cross-examination tried to paint me unstable. I stayed calm. Love isn't blind. Justice isn't revenge, it's truth. Medical expert, antifreeze causes exactly the symptoms Raymond had. Guilty. First-degree murder. Life without parole. Laura sobbed. Michael stared blankly. I felt empty relief. Justice for Raymond. I donated the insurance to the Raymond Whitaker Safe Homes Fund for elder abuse victims. At 73, the bakery became a garden. I plant roses every spring. Tom visits for coffee. The foundation helps dozens. I miss Raymond, but peace came. 5 years later, at 73, I visit his grave weekly. The foundation grows. Families thank me. Raymond's love won. If this story touched you, hit that like button if you believe family should mean loyalty, not betrayal. Comment below, would you report your own followers for justice? Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Greed destroys, but truth heals. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the next heart-wrenching story of betrayal, revenge, and redemption. Super thanks if this moved you. It helps me keep sharing these powerful tales. Thank you for watching till the end. See you in the next one. Stay strong, stay true. Red Heart.